Okay, hello everyone, and Rocket Jump Ninja, I watched your video, I'm gonna link it in the description, and your mouse testing makes no sense for me. It just makes no sense, so I played with different mice than these two before, but I'm gonna point out what for me means a good mouse and a bad mouse, and your lifting of the mouse, clicking to see if it's consistent, this is all nonsense. Whenever I click the mouse, it doesn't move a millimeter. There is no sensor, like pressing on the mouse barely moves it. That's bullshit. First, second, when you lift the mouse, it of course is going to move a little bit. How you fix this is actually not by increasing the DPI, it's by lowering the DPI, so to lower the sensitivity of the mouse. When you lift it up, it won't move as much. So you gotta use your brain before you do some tests and say that high DPI is better or smoother. I can't agree with that. If mouse on low DPI has poor sensor, then it's the sensor is poor. But these mice, they for me have pretty good sensor. The second is you didn't even mention the pulling rate of the mouse, which is the most important thing. This one is overclocked to 500 Hz, this one is 1000 Hz. So if I lower them back to 125, they're gonna be shit. They're going to be like every shitty mouse, and people say it's shit mouse because it's not sending 1000 tick to the PC. They're sending only 125, so there will be 8 millisecond delay on them. They're going to be worse than a LCD display. So, so what's the point, bro? Like, you need to make sure your mouse is 1000 Hz, and no matter which DPI you play on, it's going to be very smooth, very sensitive. This one can only go 500 because it's crap, and it's optical, and this one's laser. As you can see, no light coming from the laser. So, but still, they both have good sensors. Even 500, they are good at detecting movement. There's nothing wrong with that. So what makes a good mouse? The clicks, the left and right mouse button. If your click is like this, I don't know if you can hear it, but it's really hard to press, and that makes it bad. This one is very smooth, very quiet when you click it. You can barely hear it. And it's so much easier to react to something and press it. It's going to be faster. This one will slow you down. No matter how hard you try to push this as fast as you can, it's always going to slow you down because inside of it the button that you're pressing is bad. This one is simply much more advanced. The little buttons and little thing when you open the mouse, that's what matters the most. What makes you more responsive is simply the button is more responsive. It's built better. The next important thing is the size of it. Like, it doesn't even matter. My hand can adapt to any type, any size. If it's small, if it's fat, doesn't matter. You can adapt to that. And the final thing, also the most important, what makes difference between these two. This one has very bad, made of plastic, very bad bottom. It actually moves easier when there is no mouse pad. This is a Fortec large mouse pad. When on the table it moves easier than on a mouse pad, and this really destroys the mouse. If they put something like this kind of, I don't know, different material, plastic and rubber maybe, I don't know why it is, but it makes mouse movement so much smoother, so much easier. This one I can actually hear it rubbing against the mouse pad. It's really bad. So that's the most important. The bottom of the mouse needs to be smooth so you can smoothly move it. Simple as that. And clicks need to be well built. The buttons need to be good so they are not slowing you down when you want to snipe someone with an op, when you need high responsiveness from the click. This one's really bad. This one is twice as good, so just much better. Yeah. That's all, bro. the sensor in itself, these sensors are just, you know, no matter how bad the sensor is, you can always lower down the DPI, you can lower down the sensitivity, and you can always pinpoint, aim everything you need to aim. It's your hand, it's your skill. So much more important is the outer shell, the design of it, and how well it goes with your hand. And this one's got really poor design, really bad. You can't even play with it on a mouse pad. I've tried to play with this, I will go back to gold, Nova, or silver maybe. With this one I'm DMG, MG. So that's my point of view on it, and your test, the one that you made here, makes absolutely no sense. You're like, want these designers to make the best mouse, and you're trying to test their sensors with your own hand. It's your skill that needs to be sharp, not the sensor. The mouse only needs to be well designed so it can move on all surfaces without scratching like this one does, and the left click needs to be like a mechanic, not like a mechanical keyboard. I don't know, never played on one, but it needs to have a smooth feel to it when you click, so it's easy to click multiple times quickly, and that's what makes a good mouse for me. Okay, I hope you liked the video. If you don't like, dislike, and make sure you comment so I know what was wrong, maybe I'm not right, and that's all from me.